not shade. My brain is not working. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are swatching the Bright palette from Beauty Bay. It has 42 shades and I used it today on my eyes for ultimate coordination with my outfit. And yeah, we're gonna get swatching. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and let's get into it. So we're gonna zoom you in. Okay, so the first row is all sort of neutral shades, and I do have to say I really like that it's sort of in colour order. So you've got all the neutrals, the pinks, the oranges, the yellows and greens, the blues, and the shed loads of purple, and I like purple, so I'm pretty pleased with that. So we're gonna get swatching. I've really played around with it, as you can tell today. I am pretty pleased so far from what I've tried, so yeah. Swatch, swatch, swatch. Oh, it's rather powdery. It's just gone everywhere. I look like a cocaine addict. So the first colour is called White Lies. The second shade I've used already and it is so stunning. It is called Angel Cake. And as you can see, it's just got a little bit of shimmer. It's very pretty. And then we've got Bare Necessities, which is a nice neutral nude. Then we have Preppy Piquant. My eyesight's horrendous, I'm like struggling to see this, but this is rather patchy. But they're all really, really nice colours. They go really, really well together. And then we're on to the grey shade, which is Platinum, which just sort of has a metallic shade to it as well. And then we have the shade Threat, which is a blacky brown, sort of like a less harsh shade of black. And then we have a proper Midnight Black, which is in Illicit. I can't read, the font's too small. So we've got like a proper black there. So we're now on to row 2, which is all the pretty pink shades, and I'm looking forward to this one. I'm trying to stand it up so I can actually read the colours to you, not that you can see me right now. The first shade we have is Candid Candy Floss. I'm going to run out of space very quickly, which is again a really nice shimmery pink, sort of like a pinker version of Angel Cake. Then we have Tutu, which is, you know, your typical Barbie pink. Sweet Escape, which reminds me of the NARS Orgasm Blusher, but as an eyeshadow. Tutti Frutti, which again is more of an orange toned pink. Then the shimmery Brat Store Pink, which is Flamingo, which this is stunning, like who would not want to wear that? Then we've got Make Them Wink. And the last one in the row, which is Dragon Fruit, which there isn't too much difference in the last two, you can see, but this one's slightly deeper. Now, problem I have is I have one arm completely covered in tattoos, so doing this is very, very hard. So we're gonna try and swap to doing the inner side of my arm, just as I'm gonna have a very sore arm from wiping all of these off. And we're going into the orange shades, which I actually used Tangerine Dream, Orange Soda, Heat Wave, and Cherry Aid on my eyes. So these 4 in this section here. So the first shade is Just Peachy, which is sort of like a pumpkin orange. And then Tangerine Dream, which is a brighter version of this. It's slightly more opaque as well. Orange Soda, which I think might be the prettiest colour in the palette. Look at that. It's got like such a nice shimmer to it. And then we've got Heat Wave, which is like a punch kind of orange. It was proper orange. And then we've got Cherry Aid, which is a nice bright red. Hot Stuff, which is like Fire Engine red. It's a bit brighter, more in the pinky tone reds. And Head Over Heels, which is sort of a matte burgundy, but not quite burgundy red. It looks a lot brighter there actually in comparison to the other two, but it's quite pink toned. And now we're on to the 4th row, I think. Yep, the 4th row, which is all the yellowy greens. I'm kind of like a little, I was going to say ashamed, but that isn't the right word. A little sad that there isn't more yellow and green tones in this palette, just because I'm personally quite a big fan. So the next one is Rise and Shine, which is sort of a very yellow toned gold. Ooh, try and get it so you can actually see it. There you go, so it's quite yellowy green in colour. Then we've got Bumblebee, which is a bit more of like a classic gold. Hello Sunshine. I don't know why that was so hard to speak. So we've got Hello Sunshine, which is sort of a matte yellow. And those are the only yellows in the palette. Try and wipe all this off so I can swatch some more colours. I feel like a magician pulling tissues out of a hat. Not tissues, hankies, isn't it? Hankies out of a hat. My arm is nice and clean. So we're now going on to the green shade. So we've got Frosted Lime, Granny Smith, Oasis, and Labyrinth. So Frosted Lime, can't speak. Matches my nail polish perfectly. Is that not a match made in heaven? So Frosted Lime, we've got Granny Smith, Oasis, which is quite a bright turquoise, and then Labyrinth, which is your forest green shade in the palette. So we're on to the final 2 rows, which we've got all the blues, and then about here it swaps to all the purple shades. So the first shade is called Daydream, which is quite a nice bright blue. So this again is one of my favourites, and it is called Lagoon. It is so lovely and shimmery. It's got a lot of pigment as well. I really, really like that one. And then we've got Paradise, which is a matte blue, which is quite bright as well. And then we've got Splash, which I just really like this finish of eyeshadow in this palette. It is really, really stunning. So these two have the same sort of finish, the metallic finish. And then we've got Riviera, which is a deeper shade of blue, with the same sort of sparkly finish as well. Then we're on to purples. We've got Sapphire, which this is such a nice royal purple. It's really pretty. And then this is probably the darkest shade in the palette other than the black, and it is called Stormy Night, which you can see is a really, really dark midnight blue. So on to the final row in the palette, and the first one is again that really, really lovely shimmery finish, and it is in the shade Fairy Tale. And come on, who would not want to wear that? It's so pretty. So I'm going to try and do it so I don't have to clean my arm again. So this is Fairy Tale. Then we have Sugar Plum, which is sort of a pretty, I really can't talk or read the names of these eyeshadows. So this is Sugar Plum, and it's sort of a pretty purpley pink. Got Wisteria, which is a nice dark purple. Spontaneous, which is a little bit brighter. I'm going to pop that one up here. See how lovely all these colours go together, like even the greens and the blues. Like the palette is done really, really well to create different looks. Modern Way, which is sort of a deep matte purple. Amethyst, which has a slight metallic finish to it as well, which is really lovely. You can see it goes from sort of the warm toned purples to more of a blue tone. And the last one in the palette, which is definitely named after me, is called Drama Queen, which is a really, really dark purple. I love this palette. I think it's got so many shades, and it lends itself to making looks out of each row. It just works really, really well, and same with the reds and the pinks. Everything's sectioned nicely that you can create a look really, really easily. Formula's quite nice. It's not too powdery. Some of them are a little chalky, but they're not too bad. But yeah, for the price, it's about £20. I'll put a link in the description, but this palette is definitely worth it. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.